Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Large Polaris Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 30-40-854. There's a smaller one as well. Check it out as well, and watch the video on the page because I'll probably touch on things there that I don't touch on here about, and they're basically the same thing in different sizes. So let's get into that size. 16.4 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the top of the back plate, and that's going to be right here, and that's really bottom of glass to the top of this. 6.4 inches in width and 9.1 inches from the wall out, and that's going to be your projection on this. Mounting height, that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the glass, which is the bottom of the fixture, to the middle of the electrical outlet box, and it's going to be a center mount inside of that plate right there. Back plate 5 inches wide, 6.5 inches tall, and the weight on this completely is 8.4 pounds. Not a big deal. Hangs beautifully from one of these without any problem at all. Okay, let's get into some details here. I actually have this is the smaller size, but it kind of shows you a lot of the same things like glass and those kind of things. So let's hop into glass really quick. It's using Hubbardton Forge's beautifully hand-blown clear glass. So this is actually, you can see the top on it. See these concentric rings going on in there? And what that does is tells me that it's hand blown into a square mold, rectangular mold, and then cut with a diamond saw on the very end. Really, really well done. Very heavy too. Heavier than glass you're probably used to on sconces that are made in faraway places. Anyway, hopping back into here, this is called the accent, and this is going to be the screen part that goes in the middle of that, and beautifully, beautifully made, and I go into detail about that in the other video. So this is going to be available in two finishes. It's going to be coastal gold or coastal silver, and then the fixture itself, you're going to get all the finishes that you see in the pull-down menu are coastal finishes. So check out those, and check out the finishes help guide too, which is over on this side of your screen. Okay, so let's talk about what's inside of this. So it's going to be using a medium base porcelain socket. So it may read as an incandescent bulb socket, but you can use LEDs, and most of you guys are going to do that. You can use a lot of different LEDs. If you want to go for old school incandescent, you can go up to 100 watt max, and that's going to be because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. If you want to go LED, which I think you should, this is a T10. T10 bulbs are commonly used in exit signs. You can get them all over the place. Every hardware store sells them. They come frosted. They come as incandescents. They also, you can get these longer too. And I would probably maybe go on the web. You can probably go on Amazon or 1001 bulbs, and you might be able to find a longer bulb than this because this is long. The larger size is longer too, and you might be able to kind of pull the light source coming down inside this a little farther down. So don't be afraid to play around with these. Bulbs are really cheap, so it's fun to get them and just kind of see how they look. So another thing, and I'll circle back to bulbs in a second, but it's going to be coming with this retaining ring tool, and this retaining ring retains all these parts onto the fixture itself. A way to show you all of that is to look at the installations instructions. So let's look at those now. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on this side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you a lot of great stuff. It's going to show you lots of details about the back plate, how it goes on to here. And the other thing is when you do have this on your building, you're probably going to be cutting a wooden block to go into your clapboard or your shingles, most likely. You want to run a clear bead of silicone where the fixture meets your building, just so you keep any moisture out of that in the future. It's always a good thing to do. You'll notice that the socket has these little edges on it. So there's your retaining ring, and this is going to be a proxy for your hand because a lot of you might have a hand that's too big to get into this guy. Okay, so just kind of hold on to this when you're done with it, put it into a drawer, and you're good to go. Let's talk about that light bulb again. So going back to LEDs, I talk about all the time about the color of LEDs, the color of the light coming out of it. These are 3000 Kelvin, which I tend to like a lot. That's considered a warm white. Some of you guys out there are going to like that cooler, bluer daylight. It's also that kind of doctor's office light, hospital light. It's kind of very in right now. However, when you're out and about, let's find out where this is. Okay, so box with an LED. You're going to have a little chart on all these boxes, and even if you go online, just look and talk about the Kelvin number, right? So you've got 3000 Kelvin is down here. That's going to be your warmer one, like the incandescent glow. Way up here, that bluer light is going to be that 4000, 5000 Kelvin. So just make sure when you pick up a bulb at Lowe's or Home Depot or your local hardware store, zero in on this. Remember, lower numbers warmer, like an incandescent, higher numbers cooler, like outdoor. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture, and they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.